It's literally finally here. And this is such a great thing. And we're so excited. Daniel and I, we literally just had to literally hop on and get our reactions to this new 2024 Animal Crossing Lego sets. Can you believe the day has come where we're actually getting Nintendo minifigures?
Finally, oh my goodness, it's about time. And I'm really excited about it. Being a moderate Animal Crossing fan, I enjoyed my first several hours of Animal Crossing New Horizons and playing as these characters in Smash. So I'm excited to see what there is.
Oh my gosh, and this is such a great thing that like the doors to this could potentially open toward. This is just the direction. This is fantastic. We're going to go from smallest to biggest and rank each and every Animal Crossing set. Lego Animal Crossing. It's happening, y'all. Number 1. This is actually called Julian's Birthday Party. It retails for $15 and is 170 pieces. This one is a little bit giving video for me, however. That's not Nintendo's fault. That's just an unfortunate circumstance that this minifigure does look like a video minifigure from Lego Video.
Hopefully video walked so Animal Crossing could run. And I think that's exactly what's going on. Is we've seen amazing figures before, and this is just taking it now to the next level.
100%. The molds on these figures are crazy. I think this theme is really much a minifigure pack, kind of. We're going to see that throughout the sets because the builds are okay. They're not obviously geared towards like adult collector type builds, like 18 plus type builds. And that's okay because it'll be fun for all ages. Now, are some people kind of sad that they are not getting a super extremely detailed Animal Crossing set? Yes, they are. I've seen complaints online about people comparing the trees from the Ideas set compared to the trees that we got. Like you can see here on Julian's Birthday Party, saying that it was much of a downgrade. And I get it. Could it be better? Yes. Are we going to save a lot of money and be able to buy the whole theme for $180? Yes. Julian's Birthday Party does have some Easter eggs, such as the birthday presents and classic iconic Animal Crossing balloons that are always floating in the sky with presents that you can shoot down with your slingshot. Overall, I would give this one, honestly, it's my least favorite of the wave because I'm not loving the minifigure or the build, so I would honestly give this one a 5 out of 10, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. And what I am excited, though, is we're starting to see this kind of modular little building system they have going on where all these little sub-builds are on platforms, and we'll just see that continue. So
yes, the minifigure does look fairly accurate as we look at the Julian comparison. They did give her or they, I don't know, the galactic hoodie and just some plain blue legs. Could we have seen the feet on her pants be black for the hooves? Possibly. But overall, really accurate figure. I like it. Next up, which one do we have, Daniel? Lewa?
Next up, we have a slightly bigger set, Bunny's Outdoor Activities for $20 and 164 pieces. What do you think about this, bro?
Well, this one, you get a little bit more Easter eggs than the last, a little bit more iconic Animal Crossing things. If you look at the bottom left-hand, one of those circular tiles, it's the hole where you can bury stuff in Animal Crossing. It looks like a printed piece right there, which is really cool. Some other tiles we can't see. It looks like we actually see the coins. It comes with the coins and the classic pole vaulting over this waterfall. The best part about this set is the elevated platforms, and I just feel like you need 1 million of those to really build your village to different heights, you know, just like Animal Crossing. But I love this figure, and I'm actually a big fan of this set.
Definitely. And the fact that it has a little purple shell, also a little treasure, that's kind of cute.
Yes, and now we see one of the iconic fruit trees. This one does come with the cherry fruit. Looking at this figure, this one's name is just Bunny. I guess really creative name, guys, Bunny. Side by side, it is pretty accurate. However, I just have one gripe, and that would be in this series, they gave Isabelle a little skirt piece. I'm not sure if that's part of her legs or her torso, but wouldn't that have gone a long way if they included that within this minifigure as well? It would definitely give it a little more femininity and make it look more like a dress, not a shirt. Other than that, I love the mold of the head and everything. We have Captain's Boat Adventure, which is how many pieces?
It is 233 pieces for $30.
All right, guys, we're pushing it. This does have the coconut trees. You may have to remind me what the name of the other minifigure is, but it does come with the iconic Captain. And this one, I can't really tell what's going on with the build, to be honest. This whole series kind of is just a minifigure, a set.
Yeah. And so this is Marshall the squirrel. More or less looks like a squirrel, but they nailed the captain minifigure and his little boat with the captain or the KK slider ad. That's really cute. But I think the purpose of all of these sets is like, just like in the game, at least New Horizons, you make your own village, you make your own island. They're not trying to tell you like this is exactly how it has to be. Like,
Right.
well, here's some props, here's some decor, here are the platforms. Make it however you want, and definitely that leads to a more chaotic, cluttered feeling. But I could see that being really fun, especially for kids to just make something that feels all their own and not feel constrained. You know?
Right. I fully understand that. If we look at the Marshall, he does look very accurate. All things considered, like he actually comes with a squirrel tail as well, puffer vest, sleeves nailed, bangs nailed, mold of the head is awesome, facial expression, and Cap'n iconic shirt. Can't quite see what his legs look like. Maybe there's a different picture where you can, but man, am I loving these head molds? Am I loving all these new head molds? This one, I would probably give a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so.
Now we actually have Isabel's house, which is
$40 for 389 pieces.
okay.
Not bad.
Now, you see the skirt piece that I'm talking about now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that just part of her torso, or?
No, it's a separate little piece that slides in between the legs and the torso.
Dang, so they really could, put that. So there was another figure in here. It might be on the next set that could also have utilized that. But this one does come with what's her name? The deer. Isabel's house.
Fauna.
Yeah. Oh, it comes with fauna. Perfect. I didn't think Isabel had a house. I looked it up, and she does have a house in Happy Home Designer, but it looks very different it's green with a heart-shaped door. So it's definitely not based off that. This tree stump piece on the far left of the set, is that a new tree stump?
I've never seen it before, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, and it's important to this whole theme.
Yes, and we also see the iconic mailbox that you always want to check in Animal Crossing. Really cute house. It's really cartoony. The big scales on top of the house, whatever those are called, shingles, are made up of multiple pieces to make them look big and cartoonish. I'm a big fan of that. Looking at the figures, Fauna was nailed. Isabel, I think, was nailed. Her head looks a little more shorter than in her comparison with the games, but I think they did a really good job. I know, I'm trying to collect every Smash Bros. Character in minifigure form. Now we got Sonic, Steve, Alex, I got that. Isabel is here, guys. OMG. We do see the iconic apple tree this time, and just looks like it's written with like the ingredient list book on the phone from New Horizons. Really cool stuff. The last one is Nook's Cranny. We're getting an iconic building from the games.
And this is 535 pieces for $75. Like $20 too much, and only 2 figures. So that's like, they know everyone is gonna want Nook's Cranny. They know it, so they're taking advantage of it.
You're probably right, because Captain's iconic, Isabel's iconic, but this is like the first iconic building, like that when you build, you're gonna remember all these fun Easter eggs when you're building it. Of Tom Nook, he looks great. You may have to remind me what the cat's name is.
Rosie.
Rosie also has a house. We do see the orange tree this time, so I think we've seen 3 plus the tropical trees. Here's the inside of the house. Rosie got cool details inside, plaid quilt, pop star poster, and we see Tom Nook's iconic money bags. You always want to pay him your bells and your taxes. I believe that's a returning piece, that bag, but it has the iconic color and printing on it now. Looks pretty fun. These are facades. I know Daniel's not a fan of the facade builds. Animal Crossing, you can only see one side of the building, so it kind of makes sense, but it would be kind of cool now that we're getting an actual 3D model of it to have a completed building, but I understand why they did it.
Yeah, and I imagine it provides some sort of framework also for people to go in and decorate their own houses, because that's a big part of the game too. Build Your Island. and decorate your houses. And in all of these sets, they kind of have different accessories and decor that you can put. I mean, it'd be nice to see a much bigger house structure that you could really decorate or add on rooms and stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that going forward.
Totally. And just lastly, their minifigure comparison. This was yet another minifigure who I thought would, when going through them, I thought would have benefited from the skirt piece.
Yeah. Tom Nook, that's the one you want to get though. He looks amazing.
Yeah, Tom Nook definitely does look amazing. His shirt, super accurate. He is wearing shorts, however. I'm not sure if he has a variant outfit where he's wearing whole pants, like in his figure. But I think there's not a single bad minifigure in any of these sets, period. So, that is all the sets. What is your overall, if you could rank, let's rank that last one. What would you rank that out of 10?
Yeah, 8, 7 or 8.
Yeah, probably 8 or 7. It's hard because, they're facades, really simple builds, but there's just, the charm is there, and it does get carried by the fact that it's a very popular and cool game.
Yeah, and I think even just looking at the sets, like I'm just having the music in my mind, and so that kind of like nostalgic factor, even though I first played Animal Crossing in 2020, that whole aspect definitely plays a role.
Yeah, it even makes me want to play Animal Crossing again more.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but actually made me want to play even more. Maybe that's just a weird reverse psychology. Overall, thoughts would be that I appreciate there's pros and cons to it because they could have made each set more expensive and more detailed, but that means you have to pay more. By they keeping them less detailed, you can buy the whole wave for $180, which for me might be more optimal because it'll be easier to pick up every single minifigure.
Yeah, I think they found a good cross section where it's like good for kids because it's cheaper and more accessible build wise, and it's really good for casual fans or people who aren't fans of Lego yet at all, because there were so many people who were playing Animal Crossing who may not be traditional fans of Lego, and they're not going to be dropping a $500 whatever dollar price tag to get Rivendell Nook's Cranny, but they could drop 75 is also kind of deep, but $20 for one of the little ones to get some of the figures they like, then they're hooked into Lego. Potentially they start spending more and more. So I think it's a good balance of the two.
Would it be nice to have maybe one set that was more detailed? Sort of like how Lego Ideas Sonic had that first Sonic set that was much more detailed and more pieces than all these new Sonic sets that are coming out. Maybe it would be nice to have that one.
It wouldn't match with all the other ones. No, it's nice as long as they can move forward with this kind of system and aesthetic, then everything can kind of work together and for one big island scene.
Yeah, totally. That's the most exciting part about it, is if you could actually legitimately, if you are an AC fan, legitimately customize your village in Lego form. And it is providing you the tools to do that. So I think that is a big W. Overall, the biggest W is that this is Nintendo Lego's minifigure, which is still weird to say. And I really hope this trend continues with Zelda, Metroid, Star Fox, and we're going to more video games. Castlevania, Shoo-in. But that's my total thoughts on the theme.
I agree. So let us know what you think about Animal Crossing. Do you think you will actually get any of these sets, or is it fluff for you? I think it has a lot of promise, and I think a lot more potential than the Sonic stuff did, than even the Mario stuff did, because that's just so niche and getting invested into the whole Bluetooth app integration, whatever. This is just good, pure old-fashioned Lego, great minifigs, just doing what they love best, doing what they do best, and with fun integration. So I think it'll do really well.
1,000,000,000%. Would you buy any of these? Last thing I'll say, it is kind of evil that they're cheaper, because now it's just like, I could quote unquote pick this up. It's not a huge expense to you. But would you be picking these up, or would you be throwing these in the trash can after you pick them up? Let us know next time.
Yo, Animal Crossing Lego, is it cash or just a trend? Joined by Daniel Lay, we're breaking it down, let's comprehend. Baltimore to here, PhDs and Lego sets, analyzing the hype, well, there's no room for regrets. Animal Crossing Lego, cash or trash, here's the scoop. With Daniel Lay, we're breaking it right through the hoop. Yeah, piece is colorful, but the price is kind of steep. Is it worth the cash, or is it just a plastic heap? Yeah, open the box, see the world of Animal Crossing. Lego pieces, fame and cost, it's embossing. Building big bridges, catching bugs in tiny bricks. But is it genuine joy or just marketing tricks? Animal Crossing Lego, verdict's up to you. Now, cash or trash, you decide what is true. With Daniel Lay, and me, well, we had our say. Now it's your turn. Make your choice today.